What's up, everybody? I hope you're doing good. It's a beautiful day. Thank you very much for choosing us once more. We are very appreciative of it. Thank you so much for watching us from all over the place. I see our family getting much bigger, much larger. Very much appreciated. So today we're going to talk about Karim Benzema. Yeah, this is football related. I'm sure this is the first time we talk about something very similar. We don't usually talk about this, but I feel that it's necessary that we touch this subject because we don't live in a fair world, and if you don't have the information, you wouldn't know what's happening. So Karim Benzema was a soccer player, football in some areas of the world, and soccer for Americans. Yes, when you play with your feet, yeah. Great player, has been facing a lot of criticism. He's a French player. He's Algerian, French-born player. He's facing a lot of criticism for supporting the people of Palestine. People have been bombed for the past couple of days in the most horrendous way. And he has sent support to the people who have been victim of the situation they don't necessarily quite understand. And unfortunately, the politicians of France are not happy with that. And they want his nationality stripped and his Ballon d'Or stripped. You know, Ballon d'Or is a trophy you get as a soccer player if you must be a great player to get. That's just not just for everybody. It's like a ring for NBA. It's not for just anybody. They want his Ballon d'Or stripped and his nationality because his parents are originally from Algeria. Okay? And this should tell us something. I really want us to focus on this subject so we can understand what type of world we're living in. So who is Karim Benzema? Karim Benzema is a French professional footballer who plays as a striker for Saudi Arabia, regarded as one of the best strikers of all time, fellas. He is creative forward renowned for his scoring ability. So he is a great player. You're talking Scottie Pippen, you're talking Shaq O'Neal of basketball. This is not average looking guy. He was born in Lyon, in France, to parents of Algerian descent. Benzema began his career in the hometown of Olympique Lyonnais. So he's basically a French guy. Okay, his parents are Algerians, okay, but he was born in France. And this has to, trigger something within you guys. You are born in France, and now you are being told that they can strip your French nationality because you make a comment about something we don't necessarily like. You see the world we're living in? Yes. So what happened? We all know what's happening between Israel and Palestine. They have been fighting for a long time now. We're going to get into that subject perhaps very soon. We're going to try to talk in a very comprehensive way on what are the real issues between Israelis and Palestinians. But Israel, after they were attacked by Hamas and lost a few people, they went to Palestine and bombarded completely, a lot of areas of Palestine. And for that, many people were not very happy because the people that are being bombed in some instances are women and children and old people. So Karim Benzema was among many people who came forward and said, we send our prayers to Israel. In a recent Instagram post, Karim Benzema issued his support and demand of all bombing to stop in Gaza Strip, defending children and women from all harm. He wrote, all our prayers go out for all Gaza inhabitants who are once more victims of unfair bombing that don't forgive women and children. So all our prayers, I'm repeating, go to Gaza inhabitants who are once more victims of unfair bombings that don't spare women or children. Okay, so the guy said, I'm praying for people of Gaza who are being bombed. Our prayers go to them. The bombing is not sparing anybody. Women and children are being victims. And he's being faced with the harshest reaction from politicians of France, saying what he's doing is treason against our country. And this is shocking. Why is it treason against France? The guy is tweeting against Palestine and Israel. Is France Israel now? I'm asking a question. So Valérie Boyer, a French senator, is demanding that Karim Benzema be stripped of both his Ballon d'Or trophy and French citizenship, following links to terrorist organization and support for Gaza. So now they say he supports terrorist organization. You hear that? You see what I'm saying? You see why the word terrorist is very difficult to take seriously today. When they say, oh, this is a terrorist organization, oh, you support terrorist organization. It's very difficult to take it seriously because a guy comes forward and expresses himself. He says, I'm sending support to these people that are being bombed every day because the bombing don't spare children and women. Now you say he supports terrorist organization. Are these kids terrorists and these women? I don't know. So Valérie Boyer, a French senator, has demanded that Karim Benzema be stripped of his Ballon d'Or. What is Ballon d'Or? Ballon d'Or, like I said, is a trophy that's brilliant. It's not given to average footballers or soccer players. This is the top of the top, the elite of the elite. They say this guy is one of the best ever strikers. And this woman, because of a tweet, who's probably done absolutely nothing in terms of sports or anything like that, beside politics, wants this man's Ballon d'Or stripped of him and his nationality taken away of him, even though he was born in France, just because he said, I support these people that are being beaten. And just saying, you know what, it's very sad. Let's the fight stop. I never knew people could fight somebody who's fighting for the fight to stop. I don't know if you heard that. I never knew people could actually be angry at somebody who wants the fight to stop. That's the world we're living in, fellas. How do you explain that? I thought in France, being a democratic country, if you're born in France, you are naturally a French person, right? Now, if I'm born in France, even though my parents are from Algeria, am I not a French person? I am French, right? So how can you even consider a possibility of stripping me of my nationality because I said something? And what did I say? Support to the people who are being killed. Is that democracy for you? Does that sound even right? Does nationality actually mean something for people who are not really naturally of the country that's concerned? We have a lot of questions to answer. In a signed petition sent to the French government and shared on an Instagram page, Boyer stated, "We cannot accept that a French dual national, internationally known, could dishonor and even betray our country." Please let me read that again. In a signed petition sent to the French government and shared in an Instagram page, Boyer stated, "We cannot accept that a French dual national and international law could dishonor and even betray our country in this way." How is this I don't know. How is this dishonoring and betraying France? Saying I support these people that are being bombed, let the bomb stop. Let the bombing stop. How is this dishonoring French and betraying the nation? I support these people that are being bombed and I want the bombing to stop. How is this dishonoring France? I don't understand. This is Palestine. It's Israel against Palestine. How is this dishonoring France? Please explain this to us. Does France mean Israel? Yeah, please explain this to us. It's not like he said, I support Hamas. Benzema doesn't say I support the terrorist group that comes from Palestine that kills people in Israel. He didn't say that. He said I support these people who are being killed. Let the bombing stop. How is this terrorist? Is this a fair word? I don't know. And I want you guys to explain to me. So again, Benzema has been accused of allegedly acting as an agent of Hamas propaganda. Hamas is a terrorist group renowned by the United Nations that's usually come from Palestine. So they say Benzema, by saying, you must stop bombing people, civilians, women and children, he is supporting Hamas. And French politician, they say that after the former Real Madrid star posted a message of support for the people of Gaza. Israel's latest official figures say that 1,400 people have died following the Hamas attack in October. So Israel says 1,400 people died in Israel from Hamas. And Palestinian officials say the death toll rises to 2,800 from airstrike. You know what, fellas? There have been a lot of information running left, right, center. We're not 100% sure which one is correct or not. We've also heard that some hospitals in Palestine have been bombed. Hospital being destroyed. That is completely unacceptable. And I know the South African government condemned that hospital bombing, especially the ANC, which is Nelson Mandela's political party. They say we condemn the hospital bombing because I don't care what it is. In war is regulation. When you fight war, there's rules to war. If you breach the rule, you could be accused of crime of war. Yes, they are crime of war, war crime. If you if you take out civilians, for instance, you're not allowed to do that as a soldier. You're only allowed to hit military posts and military points, military targets. You cannot destroy hospitals. You cannot destroy civilian areas. It's against the law of war. Now, information have been running around saying that some hospitals have been bombed purposely. And the Israeli government say, no, we didn't bomb it. They bombed their own hospital, accusing us. Now, my question is, we don't know what the truth is. If I only have one good hospital, what's best move can I possibly do? Is it bombing my only one hospital, accusing you of bombing my hospital, and running the risk of not having a place where I could treat my people, or just fight you without bombing my hospital? I don't know. You let me know. Would I bomb my only hospital where I could possibly get help? The only place I can get help since my country is blocked. There's a blockade around Palestine. They cannot get any help. No import, no export. So we have only one hospital. Would we bomb that hospital with the possibility of nobody reacting to it? Because the majority of times when you accuse the other people, nobody reacts. The reaction, usually when you say, oh, help Palestine, they call you terrorist. The bottom line is this. Calling out for peace doesn't mean you hate some people. Saying we must stop bombing Palestine does not say you hate Jews or Israelis. I don't think so. I think saying stop bombing normal human civilians is just as right as saying the sun will come out at 6 o'clock in the morning. Okay? There's no way on earth that is acceptable to destroy civilians. And I think if people can express themselves saying, oh, support to these weak people that are living this terror that they don't deserve. I don't see... You tell me, do you see anything wrong with that? Now, there's another player, French player, named Eric Cantona, who's also said very clearly, he says, asking war to stop in Palestine does not mean you don't like Jewish people or you don't like Israelis. Saying we don't want war in Palestine does not mean you hate Jews. Absolutely not. You got to make the difference. This is not a campaign against anybody. This is a campaign against war, against human beings. That's what it is. So Karim Benzema comes forward saying support and prayer to these people that are being bombed every single day. Who wants to be bombed? I don't know. Even if you hate people, do you actually feel good bombing them to a point where you don't want anybody to say stop bombing them? Does that make sense? I don't know. Let me know how you feel about this. This is the world we're living in. I mean, French politicians standing for themselves. Okay, so this shows you there are groups in the world. Okay, some people are basically a group. If you touch one of them, it means you touch everybody. They stand together. It's not about what's right. It's about who's doing what to who. If what we are doing is wrong and we're doing it, we still support it. If what we are doing is, you know what I mean? It's not about what's right and wrong. Okay, how do you distinguish the situation from what's happening in Ukraine? Why do you support Ukrainians? You want peace in Ukraine, but you don't want peace in Palestine. I don't understand that. Let me know how you feel about these fellas. Do they have the right to strip off this man of his nationality? He was born in France. Yes, his parents are from Algeria, but he is bred in France. He's a French guy. When he plays and scores, they say he's a French guy. When he gets a Ballon d'Or, they say he's a French guy. Now he expresses himself saying, okay, peace to these people that are being bombed. Oh, treason, you betray our country. Now we must take our nationality away from you. God bless.